Hello, everybody, and welcome to Game 3 for the FoF Captain's Draft Tournament. It's going to be fantastic here today. We got Team Shopping Cart versus Team Spider, and I'm Spencer Ultrafox Cameron, joined by Irina Thunder. Irina, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I finished my last day of work for the year. I'm kind of chilled. Got to see my friends fight against each other, and I'll see who comes out on top and flame the other ones later.
Yep. Flame abound. Let's see what the bans are here on the board. We got Swain banned out, Zeri as well, along with Senna. So two of Jeff's signature picks respected by Team Shopping Cart and taken away. And meanwhile, for Team Spider, they're going to be also focusing on the 80 carries, getting Ash and MF out of there alongside Joshi's own signature Victor.
Yep, and I also see that they denied Civilox Swain. He has played it quite a bit, not only mid lane, and he also loves playing it support. So I see there's a small respect ban for Civilox as well, and they take that Wukong away right away.
One of the premier picks over the last few months, I'd say. Just such a strong character, flexed in two roles, and I know that Joshi loves him in the top lane as well, but you're going to have to face down the killer bot lane of Lucian and Nami. One shot you level 2.
I wonder if they would do the cheese electrocute. I know, like, it's bad, but like, it's Captain's Draft. It's like the land of wildcards. You could just cheese it up, you know?
Electrocute Nami is good. It's really good.
I see that the Team Shopping Cart picked up Leaves' favorite jungler, Kane. Maybe it's the small birthday present from Joshi, as it is Leaves' birthday today. So maybe.
Happy birthday, Leaves. Let's get a dub. At least one birthday boy has to win today, right?
Yep. I also see that Nautilus has been picked up, and that is one of Brian Sang's signature support champions.
Okay.
So we'll see what he'll do there.
I really like this. I like it a lot. We got a lot of just, each player's most favorite champions coming out into the draft. We also are about to see a Volibear. Pretty bruisery, good front line. So like that with the Lucianami, help you engage in the late game. I think that it's going to be some mid-target bans for Team Spider coming out. Maybe along the same lines for Shopping Cart 2. Maybe a Vel'Koz ban to target Zenzen.
Yeah. I will say that prior to Captain's Draft, I got to talk with Civilox a lot, and he specifically chose to play with people that he really vibed with during the in-houses. So I'm really interested to see how Team Spider is going to be, because I do know that in comms that they're very chill and they have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, Zen always brings a nice atmosphere to any team he's on. I'd say Jeff is a memer, so he's a pleasure. And XT has a big personality, pure llama. Don't know if I got to play with him in the mixer, so don't have a lot to say about him, unfortunately. But I'm sure that they're all super cool guys. I think that's one of the best parts about this tournament. You get to kind of mix it up. I really like the dudes on my team. I think they're excellent. So I'm having a lot of fun with that, and I think this is a great event.
I agree. Back to the bans. I see that Shopping Cart banned Talia, which is a respect ban for Zenzen, as he is quite good at that. And on the other side, Team Spooter banned Ari, which is Ashes of Dreams main for a very long time. And so we see more respect bans there.
All right. So this is what you get when both teams just have intimate knowledge of each other. Almost all of these players have been friends for a long time, part of the same Discord servers. That's just what you get. Lilia, probably for the top lane here. Very interesting.
Yeah. Or it could be the volley top lane. This is a
that's true. It's very true. Lots of flexibility for Team Spider's draft. Mark of superior drafting, truly. Shopping Cart, they're going to have to pick the last two characters coming up here. Very interested to see what it's going to be. They need an 80 carry. Don't even know who's playing 80 carry on their team. Jin, okay.
Jin, all right.
Just won the last game. Had the quadra kill as well, so good day for Jin players.
Especially with the fours.
Oh yeah.
Fours.
And lastly, we got to see a mid laner coming out. So, you think it's Ashes of Dreams in mid? You think they're lined up exactly how they're gonna play?
Well, I think it's actually gonna be Bill the Pony top, because Bill the Pony plays a lot of Wukong.
Okay,
since the
okay.
journey to top lane. So I think that's gonna be Ashes of Dreams on the Jhin, and that is a Seraphine lock-in. I do know Joshi loves Seraphine. So that's
Yeah.
probably going in the mid lane, obvious with the Nautilus. So I think it's gonna be Ashes and Dreams and Brian Sang in the bot lane, which does not surprise me as they play together a lot. If Jeff the God Gamer or Civillock is not playing in the bot lane together,
Oh my
so
god. This is it. This is it. The singed mid. Zinzin has been practicing this for weeks now. Oh
yeah,
my god. It's so
I,
beautiful. Yeah. Dirty Sinner indeed. I would agree with you, Chris Edgeworth. He's talking in our ears and man, this pick, basically a second jungler. It's like Asol, but better. You run around the map with Predator boots. Jhin will never get to play the game for basically the next 40 minutes after they step onto the rift. So very, very excited to see how Zenzen is going to maneuver this and play just a roaming menace throughout the game.
Just another
All right, and here we are, stepping onto the rift. Team Shopping Cart versus Team Spider. Let's see, it looks like Team Shopping Cart's going to just start running it straight down. They want to look for the invade with the Nautilus here.
they want to
And
start the battle bus early, way early.
yeah, but they're actually not. They're just stacking the bush. Very interesting. Maybe they think that Spider's going to roll up on them.
I don't know what Spider would really invade with. They don't really have a ton. I mean, I guess they could Predator Singed in.
Yeah, but it's still not very good level 1. I mean, I guess maybe you could start Nami E, but yeah, invade would probably not be good. I would have really liked to see Shopping Cart just run it straight in. That would have been amazing, but they're not. And instead, they are just going to take some backs here. So we do have... we can now start remarking on the rosters as well. It's actually Ashes of Dreams in the top lane. Brian Sang on the 80 carry and Bill the Pony on support. So did not see that one coming.
Yeah, that I did not see that one coming at all. I've seen Brian Sang play to carry in the years that I've played with him, and he usually played Caitlyn, so this is a new one for me. Just commenting on team comps though. Looking at Team Shopping Cart, they are definitely Team Battle Bus, as UB likes to affectionately coin the comp, where they just sit on Seraphine in the mid-late game and just fight as 5.
Yeah.
With the overwhelming healing power and the wonderful ult that extends forever. But on the other hand, we also have a Team Spider, who does have their own version of like a front-to-back team fight with the Nami disengage, the movement from Lucian, and Singe doing whatever Singe does, running around, and then Volibear being the big front line, and Lilia could, create some pretty big picks.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm interested to see the mid-late game because you have two teams that do kind of want a team fight.
Yeah, and it actually seems like Team Shopping Cart would have a much superior team fight just because of the Seraphine and the Wukong. I think those two are just incredible picks for the 5v5. I think that it's going to be up to Team Spider to take leads early with their super dominant bot lane with the Lucian Nami. Take advantage of the strength, get Zenzen moving around. I think they have to secure the early lead or else they're not going to be able to stand up in a 5v5 throughout this game.
I agree. I think Shopping Cart can definitely just chill and relax and wait for Seraphine and the rest of their comp to just scale, and then just choose those decisive objective fights and
Exactly.
take over. So we'll see how Team Spooter takes that type of pressure.
Yeah, but look at
And
XT here.
Yeah.
He's creeping up on Joshi in the mid lane. Does not hit the Thunder. Oh, he does. And he will instead opt to walk away, not going to commit any further. Zenzen did not start the Predator boots for lane. Instead, opted for some more sustain to make sure he could clear the waves. But he will be doing just that. Clearing out the wave. Maybe looking for a back to get those boots.
As a Seraphine player, I have noticed that it's especially easy to dodge jungle ganks, and in turn, junglers are very frustrated to gank Seraphine because she can just walk away with her W. So, yeah.
Yeah, gonna be difficult to get on her indeed. Zenzen gonna get chunked out in mid, and we do have Leaves creeping up towards topside as well, looking to pull one over on Pure Llama. Waiting for the right moment. Ashes of Dreams already on the chase here, and Leaves walks through the wall, Gonna be trying to get in onto Lilia.
The movement.
Does a lot of damage, but cannot quite finish that off. Ignite will not do it, but look at the hook down here on the Jeff Godgamer. Not too much follow-up. They can't commit. Do they know that XT is here? He's waiting in the wings, and so far no further action. So yeah, I like XT. He's been trying to put some pressure down, just can't quite make anything happen so far. Kind of unfortunate. I think that the dive looks really good, but they just kind of don't want to go for it. I don't know if they have the wave in position to kind of try that. So maybe he's gonna try clearing out his camps and coming back, but no, he's just gonna take it back. First dragon could be spawning in 20 seconds as well, so we'll see how the teams maneuver for that.
Oh, bubble. Under tower, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But nice amount of poke there from Jeff Godgamer. Oh, and we see Bully Bear in lane back there.
All three of them channeling Recon leaves us down here on the bot side. Could be an incredibly early dragon for the side of Shopping Cart, but to know if they want to take advantage of that, this would be really great timing. Additionally, with Zen just getting back from the map too, didn't have a man advantage, but leaves us still farming camps.
You know, the classic UB and UB server related junglers, they just love to full clear and then look for ganks. They never deviate from that path.
Yeah, Leaves has definitely been accused of being a herbivore style jungler, so I mean he had one gank already. It's more than XT. You gotta give him props there. Yeah, he's making it happen, so you know, we will
I think it's a small deviation because you need to remember Leaves is on Kane, so he has to farm his orbs somewhere. So not only does he have to farm the jungle, he has to farm orbs off of people. So in reality, he's not ganking per se. He's more like farming for orbs.
Exactly, yeah, and that's exactly why he's disincentivized from ganking bot lane too, because he can't get any red orbs. He's on Conqueror, so assuming he wants to go Red King, go for Rost here versus XT and Zen, the big tanky health stackers. It will ultimately be Team Spider that turns it around on the Dragon first. They've got all 4 members here, and it's just going to be an easy take for them. Leaves looking for some counter jungling, but cannot quite find it. And Brian Sang and Build a Pony stuck under their turrets here.
I'm really interested in why they decided to swap it around. As we know that Brian Sing's Nautilus is god tier. Oh,
look at the engage on top side. So much damage coming in. First blood goes over to Ashes of Dreams. Once again, repeat ganking Pure Llama, knowing that they have no flash. So good job to Leaves for taking advantage of that.
I think it's very interesting that Shopping Cart is definitely prioritizing top lane. They realize that they're going to need the big front line to kind of carry out their composition, so it's nice to see that there is a definitive focus on trying to get their frontliners up and ready to go so that they could engage the fights and basically allow Seraphine to do what she's meant to do. Oh.
But the flip comes out on a Joshi in mid lane, and now they're on the attack. He gets the charm. He's trying to walk away with just a sliver of health, but he cannot make it. XT slaps him down with a big bear arm. That's going to be a successful gank. Good job to Zen for using the ghost, setting that one up. And both teams are now on the board here.
And we have a pretty even gold, so... But yet again, I think that Team Spider wants to be a little bit more ahead than they are now, because once the mid laner gets a few items, once Seraphine gets a few items, and once Wukong gets their mythic, it's team fight city for Team Shopping Cart, and I don't think they have enough gold to like last that out.
Yeah, they will have to press their advantage a little further. The snowball always starts small, but it can eventually roll to big proportions. Zenzen still hasn't really been unlocked from his lane yet. He's still been staying in mid throughout the course of this game, so would really like to see him roaming and taking advantage of those Predator boots. Jeff going to be dashing forward here. Disengages so he doesn't get hooked, and just threatening Brian Sang. Accruing a 20 CS lead as well. Very impressive for the UB bot laner.
Back with Zenzen, it's very hard to leave a Seraphine with a Seraphine mid because Seraphine can just spam their spells so much to just counter push the wave. So Zenzen is gonna have to either find a wave to sacrifice or Oh.
But look, it's Bill face checking the bush. XT's
And-
right there, and he's able to clean up another kill. Just handed to him on the silver platter. Looks like Team Spider's going to be able to collect a few plates here on the bot side too. Maybe even look to dive out Brian Sang if he doesn't respect their presence. Very good movements from XT. And yeah, he's looking
there's a dive.
forward. And the counter flash from Brian keeps the Jin safe. But they will lose a little bit of plating, like we said.
On the other hand, though, we have a 10 CS lead for Wukong along with his kill. So, that's, top side is going on the favor of Team Shopping Cart. And, there's Zen Zen.
He flips the one, and he's going to be getting knocked up by the Cyclone. Leaves his here. Ashes of Dreams' ultimate. Jumps in, does not quite hit the damage, and Joshi is here. Does have the ultimate, but he cannot use it, will not land. Good disengage from the side of Spider to keep their members alive. Now it's going to be up to both teams to decide what they want to do about this Rift Herald. That's the current objective on the map. Leaves should be getting pretty close to his transformation as well. Getting to be about the time where, he's been beaten up on Lily a lot. I'm sure he's got plenty of orbs, so probably can get that pretty early with maybe 1 or 2 more ganks.
But he'll have to choose his targets, I believe, still pretty well, because if I recall, Kane gets more significant orbs the longer, the higher the level he is. So if he ganks too many ranged champions, he's gonna have to wait a little longer here. So he might still lean towards the top side.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what he should be doing because, Rift Herald's up there. It looks like Joshi is positioning to get a little bit more vision. I like Team Shopping Cart's focus towards the top side. They want to get the Wukong ahead, like you were saying before. Not only a good frontliner, but a split pushing menace in the bot side. Jeff Godgamer gets a little bit of damage off into Brian Sang. XT might be going down. Oh, but here's Ashes of Dreams getting slept by Pure Llama's Lilia. Takes a lot of damage and will fall down. Gets sent back to the fountain. Very nice solo kill from Pure Llama.
Conspiracy.
Yeah. Top lane solo kill, but look at the bot side now. XT wrapping around, looking for the dive. Brian has the flash. He turns off with the volley bear, slam a jamma. Bill the Pony is the next target, and he will go down to the poison, but Leaves is here, ready for the counterattack. Joshi following him up, but nothing really to be found. It's a 2v4. Spider walking away extremely happy with that dive.
So I see that we have contrasting. So again, Team Shopping Cart is going for the feed the top laner, get our front line going. On the other hand, we have Team Spider that's going, let's feed our bot lane who has the mobility and the movement and the disengage. And maybe prevent some of this Seraphine god tier engage by having the Nami wave at the same time as Seraphine ult, maybe, to try and delay that, big push that Seraphine can give, and let Jeff, the god gamer, kind of mobilize himself away from the CC and, have the front to back team fight on their own line. And we see Brian freezing the wave there. Smart for him.
Very nice,
I would try to...
Love to see that. So yeah, speaking of mobilizing away from CC, Jeff, the God Gamer, has just now completed the Gale Force. He's ready to move on people. Gonna be tough to lock him down. They want to see him press this advantage. They've been doing such a great job diving the bot lane, pushing dragons. They just have a little bit more. I want to see them take the Herald, kill the turret, and rotate mid, and after that, they'll probably be unstoppable. But Team Shopping Cart has stepped up to the plate too. They've now rotated Bill the Pony to the top side. They're looking for this fight.
Oh,
Jeff looking for the slow kill. The Gale Force forward does it. Takes down Brian Sang under his own turret. He was not safe. Now, Shopping Cart has to make a clap back here. This is their opportunity for the counterpunch. They've got 4 versus 3. They're going to find Pure Llama. Put a lot of damage on him. He flashes away. He's pretty fast as the Lilia. Can they actually finish him off?
It looks like Ashes of Dreams is looping back around, but I think the deer is a little too fast.
I would agree, but look at the sleep. He's looking to turn it back around. Doesn't get the full damage from the slam. And with that, Frozen Heart is so tanky too. The Ignite's ticking, but it will not finish Pure Llama off. Instead, he's able to recall.
Alright, so now we're kind of getting into that mid-game phase. So I'm really interested to see if Team Shopping Cart is just going to start roaming around in fives. But we see it's on the other hand.
It's going to come out from Jeff, forcing side of Shopping Cart away. Man, Spider is just all over this bot side. They've got full dominance. Take a look at that vision too. They'll know exactly where Shopping Cart comes from if they want to try to aggress and reclaim their territory. And now they're doing exactly what they need to, moving the Lucian Nami to mid, allowing Zenzen to side lane and setting themselves up for some even more rotational dominance.
I think this is the slight disadvantage that Team Shopping Cart kind of set themselves up for, trying to focus so much on the top lane, is they kind of neglected the really lane-dominant bot lane and not try to curb it. And so Team Spider has an in to this game by just continuing to just cater to Jeff's and Civiloc's needs and just fighting where they're at.
Yeah, exactly. And with the Volibear with XT having completed Chem Tank, the picks are only going to be made so much easier. You have that speed, the speed from Nami, but actually look at Pure Llama here. Leaves is looking for some more. This is the fourth time he's ganked Pure Llama up here, just bullying this dude.
But
get some more damage.
With Conquer and Frozen Heart, like,
yeah,
it's hard to kill.
He's so tanky, so deceptively tanky. That frail little deer. Chugging through all that damage thanks to the Frozen Heart. You'll love to see it. Just full armor. Especially good against Jhin, too. Particularly difficult time punching through
also
a
like
high degree of armor.
Yeah, I'd also like to note Lucian bought, it's not Ninja Tabbies anymore, is it? It's steel plate boots.
Plated steel caps, yeah.
Yeah, he has gone full into understanding the real threat is not AP, it's AD with, you know, Wukong, Kayn, and Jhin. And Seraphine's more of a...
All this damage, the culling in on a Brian saying the Gale Force doesn't do it, has to flash forward, but Brian is able to evade with a flash of his own. XT, meanwhile, going straight on in, stuns out Joshi. The wave will get
Joshi. Ult from there.
Him off too. Bill the Pony now bubbled. He's knocked up. Jeff putting some more damage into him. And Zenzen, relentless, has chased down Brian Sang. But now he's got to run for his life. He's getting collapsed on by Ashes of Dreams here. Who's able to get over the wall. Bonk. Straight over the head will finish off our lovely Beekeeper. Now it's up to Leaves and Ashes to defend this here mid-turret. Looks like Jeff and Civiloc, they're going to be backing off. They've got quite a bit of money from that engagement. Maybe Jeff finishes his collector here, and man, that's going to feel good.
Zenzen almost made his getaway. He almost made the run. But the Wukong bonk just said no.
Yeah, man. You can't ever get away from the monkey. He's always going to run you down. But now the dragon spawning here. XT coming into position alongside Pure Llama. They're putting a little bit of damage on Ash's Dreams. But they will have to back up here. Their teammates aren't quite into the bot side jungle yet. Jeff
and the Rift
has to deal with the
already
Rift
down. Wow.
Yeah. Leaves us diving in pretty far forward. I think that XT should have just turned on that here, but maybe
I like
poke
this.
Damage.
Yeah, and I like this kind of split way that Team Spider is going. They are acknowledging the... but it's in the river! That's a 3-man ult!
Look at the damage going in. Ashes of Dreams hitting a big knockup as well, but the health bars are getting so low on the side of Team Spider. Jeff Godgamer just flies in there and one-shots him, gets a triple kill, and now he's looking for one more. Heals for the movement speed. Tags Joshi, able to keep on going thanks to his W, but Joshi slows him down. He's running for his life here. The Gale Force forward almost does it. The last slow might keep him alive, but the flash from Civiloc seals the deal. Clean ace for the side of Spider.
That might have been the fight that decides the game. That was pretty optimal conditions for Team Shopping Cart. You had a 3-man ult from Seraphine in the river. You had, you know, everyone there 5v5, but they couldn't quite squeak it through, and now Team Spider has a 7k lead on Team Shopping Cart. What?
Yeah,
it's like Team Shopping Cart probably wants to... I think they still might have an into this game because Seraphine is still that good, but they're gonna have to farm up here and kind of get more gold before the next objective fight. And it's gonna be hard because Team Spider is really laying down the vision again. Since this time's more focused on the top side, as Baron will be up soon. Yeah, minute.
Yeah, and just one more minute here. 19 minutes, Blonde's at 20, so will be an option for Team Spider pretty soon here. But they've maneuvered X to the top side, maybe looking to pick off Ashes of Dreams. He's still extended a little far out. The chem tank is popped, and XT has all the speed in the world. Forces Ashes to pop his own ultimate to get out of there. Now, they do have their sights set on the vision around Baron. Maybe they do want to take a 20-minute Baron.
Yeah, and just look at this vision control that they can lay out. And Zen's trying to do a 1v2. Now turning to a 1v3. But he's so... It's singed.
He's so tanky. All he has is a Rylance and AP items. How is he so tanky? This is surely not allowed in League of Legends.
It's the durability patch, right?
Yeah.
Surely it must be a durability patch. But either way, though, it's like I'm against Singe, I'm always deceived by how tanky they are with very few items because of their ult.
I think maybe we have to call the judge on him. He's possibly cheating. There's no way on earth that he should be this tanky. Yeah, Insanity Potion. Oh, that's it. Gives him so much in the terms of resistances here. He is still 1v3 though. Can he hold this turret? It's going to be up to Spider to press the advantage even further on the top side with the Herald here. Now they forced the retreat.
And I think they are going to crack at least the inhib tower. They might... Oh!
Stop at the backs. He's a hero. Zen. He's still so tanky too, but he gets hooked right back into the action. Force shot lands from Brian Sting, but he gives his life to make sure that his team could keep on closing out the game. Leaves, finally transformed, gets killed by Jeff Godgamer. Blap puts him down. Inhibitor goes down. Shelly maybe gets one more charge. Ashes has to hit it, and he will. Okay, good for him. Takes down the Herald, but so much gained for Spider. They are absolutely dominating this game.
And they're making the perhaps safer choice of not taking Baron quite yet.
Yeah, definitely. They've focused on pushing their own advantages with the Herald they already had. They knew that most of Team Shopping Cart was split to the bot side, so yeah, very intelligent play to use the Rift Herald all the way through to the inhib.
Oh yeah. And alright, so now Team Shopping Cart has known that. Oh, there's a
forward from Bill, trying to pick off Civillock here, and they will get him. Pure Llama doing their best to just prance away. Manages to get out, but now here's XT. Here to defend the turret. Gets shot, but he's okay. He's a big bear. Gonna be trying to stun out Bill. Jeff has arrived, and so has Zenzen, but he's getting engaged on by Leaves. Turret goes down, and the objective bounty is claimed for Team Shopping Cart.
So I think Team Shopping Carts wants more of those picks to try and close their kind of gold gap that Team Spider has put on them. It was 9k earlier, but they have dropped it down a little bit. So maybe a couple more of those, and they might be within that range of trying to have that 5v5 again with Seraphine.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time, though, and... Man, they're on a short timer here. Dragon Soul going to be coming up in just a little bit. It is the Mountain Dragon Soul too, which is so good for Spider's composition that just wants to run at you. It's going to be all or nothing pretty much for this next dragon fight.
Yep, Team Spider's already securing vision. Oh, and they might pick off.
Here, he's rooted. He got put back onto the adhesive, and he cannot ult. That sucks. Right? As Dragon's going to spawn too, they're going to be giving up so much vision. Looks like Spider might just be running straight to Baron, though.
I think they're trying to take maybe both. And they're going to go Baron and straight into Dragon. Just getting all of those objective kills, not letting the Team Shopping Cart have a bounty. So this is a chance for Team Shopping Cart to try and reclaim some of that vision bot side, as they know that they're in Baron right now.
Yeah, they're going to end up trading Baron for Dragon. Pure Llama's heading down towards the Dragon to put a little bit of interference, but see how much they're able to do by themselves. Baron goes down to XT's Smite. Pure Llama 1v3 is throwing a lot of interference. The sleep comes out on a Joshi. He's looking for the slam here. Does a lot of damage. And he steals the Mountain Dragon too. Leaves was not there. He was still dead and coming back from base. Soul is claimed. for Team Spider. Now they're all piling in onto this fight. Ash's
There's a
dreams for
three-man
his life. He's taking a lot of damage. Llama trying to take him out. Jeff Godgamer on the other side takes down Joshi too. Bill the Pony, the next to fall, leaves hiding inside of his opponent's body. He's survived the longest, but he does get stunned out. The blooming blows will cut him down, and Team Spider are looking to end the game.
They have Supers pushing in. I mean, it is a little bit far away, but they are pushing in topside. But I think they're just going to use their Baron and enter through the bot side here. But that engage, again, Seraphine landed another 3-man ult, but there was just no follow-up because of the big front line that Volibear was.
It was just a wallet diff, you know? That's just it at the end of the day. They don't have any damage to follow that up. Now Zenzen rooted out here. They're just playing with their food. So much damage from the culling, thrown out by Jeff Godgamer. The last Nexus turret will fall, and the curtain call's opened up. I don't think Team Spider can end here. It's going to be on to Civillock, who will go down. Jeff Godgamer misses the dash through the wall. He has to heal to try to get away, but he's taking so much damage from the turrets here. Manages to survive on 1 HP, but Ashes is on the chase. Jeff, you cannot slow down. A monkey's on your tail. You got to keep running. He's got the blue trinket for vision. Ashes can't quite catch him. The Gale Force does give him the speed he needs to get out of there.
Oh. So it seems that back in their inhibitor there, they just had, I think the death timers were just against Team Spider. And just didn't have enough minions to kind of help tank some of those turret shots there. So we have Team Shopping Cart having a small little in back. They have one last chance. That's both of their in Nexus towers are down. So really, Better just has one more big push.
Yeah, it is looking dire for Team Shopping Cart, but like you said, one small glimmer of hope. They can defend that. Maybe they can defend one more push, but against a baroned up Dragon Souled Team Spider, man, is it going to be tough. It's all going to come down to these next few pushes here. Mid lane turret immediately falls to the baroned up minions.
We do have almost everyone's ults back up on Team Shopping Cart, so maybe they might get the dream engage with maybe a 5-man ult on top of a 5-man ult from Wukong and Seraphine. That might do it, but I mean the Earth Soul shield is just so good for Team Spider.
So much extra value there, a lot of extra resists for our man Zenzen, like we were saying, but XT just straight on in, Ashes of Dreams into the back line, but Jeff is coming out as best as he can. He's charmed and leaves us inside of him. The Cullen comes out, and he will stay alive. Meanwhile, XT on the front line stayed alive all that time, just now dropping Pure Llama into the back line himself. Gets some damage and has to prance away. The fight has actually turned in the favor of Team Shopping Cart. The glimmer of hope continues to live. Leaves can't land the W, but he does land the Reaping Auto attack. 700 gold in his pockets, and Jeff, he stayed alive the entire time. Zenzen has too, but he's on a retreat. Jeff might be overstaying here. Maybe he's confident he can just fight everybody off, but yeah, really great zoning from Leaves and from Ashes, making sure that Jeff could not get into that fight.
And because Ashes landed that ult in the first place, Joshi was able to land, I believe it's a 4 or 5-man Seraphine ult there to continue and let Ashes of Dreams land on the second proc for his ult. I think that's kind of what turned it around, because Jeff was just so zoned that he couldn't support his Volibear and his Lilia that went in on Shopping Cart's backline there. But then again, we have Elder coming up here soon.
Yeah, Elder is going to be the biggie. If the Baron fights haven't decided the game so far, it's certainly going to be Elder. It's Shopping Cart hanging on by a thread, and they need this Elder to stay in the game. But Spider wants to claim it, wants to close it all out for themselves. It's going to be tough.
I wonder if Team Spider is going to go for the Baron again, and maybe this time Team Shopping Cart will again just try to trade for Elder.
Yeah, but I feel like that's such a losing trade. Elder is so much better than Baron.
Or Team Spider might be looking to again try to end this game here before even Baron and Elder spawn get their inhib turret. They're getting mid inhib here.
Yeah, Jeff shooting the inhibitor. He
Oh,
gets tagged by the
there's-
Nautilus. Will be getting knocked up, and it's a big wave coming through. XT dropping
there's
very low.
the
Jeff takes the first kill on Ashes of Dreams. Leaves in the middle of everybody doing his best to stay alive. Jeff is still almost completely untouched, though. Flashes forward. He will get rooted out and take it down. Brian Sang kiting for his life on the backside. Pure Llama, though, is huge. Taking him down as best he can. The last two remaining members of Team Spider. Can they close out this game versus one lone Joshi? They just have to hit the Nexus right here. Joshi stepping a little too far forward. The barrier can only do so much. The ace is finally claimed by Team Spider, and so is the Nexus. What a game.
I certainly didn't really expect that. I mean, I'm a little bit more biased as I do love Seraphine. But I think that last engage there, Joshi was not able to hit everyone in Team Spider, and therefore that just the Nami disengage, Lucian mobility, they were just able to kind of get away from the big engaging power that Team Shopping Cart had, and were able to turn that fight around. And finally, Team Spider stopped playing with their food and ended the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't hit a 5-man Seraphine ult every time. Shopping Cart did their best, but they were just ultimately battered around by just the raw wallet strength of Team Spider. Big props to Team Spider finding their foothold in that game, beautifully playing through the bot side and closing it out with the big Rift Herald map movements. What a game. That was one of the ones I was most excited for, but we do have another one after this. Before that, we're going to go to an interview, so let's hear from a member of the winning team.
Hello, everyone. Chris Edgeworth here for tonight's third interview. As we round out this first day of our Captain's Draft tournament, we're joined by a new face, both to Friend or Foe and to the interview desk. I'm joined by XT, winning off of Team Spider in this matchup. How are you feeling? And congratulations.
Hi, feeling great. Definitely a very stressful matchup for sure. You know, you're looking at some of the best players, I think, in the tournament, and I think a lot of people had him rated as like one of the best teams. So like there was definitely a lot of pressure, at least for me, coming into the matchup. But you know, the results speak for themselves, and I can't believe we did it.
Yeah, no, seriously, everything that you said there is true. I thought that this was going to be a heavy lift, so to speak. I did feel like overall the matchup, you being the X factor, no pun intended, that
Oh.
I didn't know about coming into this matchup. I was like, okay, I actually do think that this matchup, I would have put it on the 60-40 coming into this, not really knowing on blue side to give it to shopping cart. But you folks were excellent in this game. You folks had the Lilia Voli singed mid, which I want to touch on separately in a second, and then the Lucian Nami for your side. The Lucian Nami pretty disgustingly abusive now that Riot has decided those two champions will always be played together. Apparently, it's the only way. Because Lucian, you better stay in that bot lane. So help me if you go to a solo lane. And then, interestingly, I'll save the Seraphine stuff for the next question about Singe. So let's just set the table for you folks. What were you thinking about the draft that you folks came into this game with, and what you ended up against?
So I think the biggest thing is Jeff and Civil did a lot of good, great job at prepping us. And for me, you know, I'm coming into this is technically my first competitive experience with Friends of Foe, right? So I really didn't really know what to expect, but it was really thanks to a lot of guidance of the rest of the team, Zen as well, and Bacon. You know, we all contributed. We all had a lot of discussions like what we wanted to play, what was comfortable. And at the end of the day, you know, we kind of established, you know, we wanted to keep things simple, right? There was a lot of strong champions, I think, coming into this patch, but we were definitely wanted to keep things simple and really have a pretty straightforward win condition, right? So the Lucian Nami, I think, was a very straightforward, straightforward answer of just like, hey, this is what we want to play. You know, this is what we think is the most comfortable for us, and we want to play around it. And that's how I got into Volibear, right? I personally play a lot of farming junglers like the Gwen or the Mordekaiser or the Shyvana, but for this one, right, got to realize that I'm not really the win condition here. So I really wanted to play pretty selfless here. Jeff and Civil just did a great job at just telling me, I'm like, hey, this is when we're strong, this is what we're doing and whatnot. And I really, wanted to just be able to sacrifice a lot and just play towards them. So, coming into the match, I was personally very stressed out. I was very, very nervous, but, it all kind of just worked out. And here we are, we kind of just won the game.
And let's you were showing a lot of poise in this game, as you say, for all the nerves that you purport to have in this one. Let's talk a little bit then about your jungle matchup in this game, because as you say, this is a vaunted lineup that we saw come in for the side of shopping cart after the draft, after the player draft, I should say. Leaves being one of our most highly sought after junglers. I do remember during the draft that people are confused, expecting him to go earlier on in the draft, given the overall pool of players that were in there. And so to see in this matchup that you had such I wouldn't go so far as to say dominating performance, but you played exceptionally well, given that, as you say, you wanted to play this more selfless style. So talk to me a little bit, if you would, about just playing out this game, especially to dovetail into what I was talking about a moment ago with the singed mid matchup. Like, hey, welcome to Friend or Foe. You're sometimes just going to have your mid laner be like, I play singed mid now. And that just sort of happens. We had quite a bit of Lilia mid come in the last season with, I want to say, also I'm not sure if it was Conqueror or Predator, but I think it was Predator. Predator, I think it's Predator mid lane, or either way, it doesn't matter. So I just wanted to tie that in with jungling for you coming into this game, but also having the X factor. Damn it, I'm not meaning to pun your name. The X factor of the singed in the mid lane with a Predator who's just being an absolute insane person across the map.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the biggest thing I have is like, I had a couple friends recommend me this league, like Alk Battery, Joshi, who I know as close friends, right? They really talked about this league. So, this is kind of my first experience. And I guess the only advantage I had is like, I have no idea who everyone is, right? I don't know who's the best. I don't know who's the worst. I can kind of come here on a clean slate. So I know Leaves is like a fantastic jungler. I think he just hit Diamond today. And like, I'm not underplaying his skill at all. Like, he, there when you play Kane, right, there's a lot of pressure for you to like perform. Like if I don't gank correctly, right, I'm gonna lose all my camps, right? But a lot of it is just thanks to like whenever Jeff, Civo, or Zen are just telling me like, hey, we think this is a good game. Hey, it's like we're ready to do this. I'm just ready to go, right? And Volibear is thankfully a pretty simple champion for me, right? I'm not the greatest at League of Legends, but like one thing I know for sure in Volibear is just press Q and flash on them, right? They get stunned. So there were a lot of opportunities where I saw like, especially when we were ahead, like I saw a lot of opportunities like dive bot over and over again to get my bot laner ahead, and also punching mid lane, being able to have the Sin shoot doesn't really get punished, right? Just pops Predator, just flings you in the back, right? There's a lot of things that allowed me to play for the team instead of playing against the Leaves, and I think that's really kind of helped me out a lot, right? If I played a farming jungle master versus Leaves, I'm pretty sure I would have probably had a much harder time, right? Because like I don't know the farming versus farming matchup, but I definitely knew my team's win condition. I really wanted to play around it, and my team did a great job at just guiding me and just helping me out. Again, this is like my first really competitive experience, in Friends or Foes. So really thankful again for my team for really making this all possible. And I was nervous at the start, but when we loaded into game, I started to feel really confident about what we were able to do. And at the end of the day, we had a lot of fun plays, and again, it kind of just happened.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, congratulations on this big first win out here on the stage.
Thank you.
Your last opportunity, though, as we wrap up the interview, any shout-outs, any banter? Are there any players you're looking to match up against as we look forward to our next match?
I'm looking forward to meeting as many people as I can, your friends or foe, right? I'm just really excited to be, playing with the community and playing with, everyone here, and I'm really thankful to be drafted. I didn't even expect to get drafted, and let alone, thank you again for Sybil for really taking me on. Thank you to Jeff for really helping me out. Thank you to Zen Bacon being amazing teammates as all. All I can say is like, this was a team effort at the end of the day. I contributed by being open to learning new champs and playing new things, right? But at the end of the day, it was a really huge team effort. I'm really honored to, have this as I guess my first showing, and I hope to keep impressing everyone and maybe be on a team or something. I don't know. Anything could happen.
Right on. Well, congratulations. This is a big first showing for you out here on the Rift for us here at Friend or Foe. And folks, that's going to be it for this interview with our new face here, XT. So I want to congratulate him and congratulate Team Spider again on their win here on the first day. But folks, it's not the end of the fun today. We have our fourth game coming up very soon, so don't go too far. We'll be back with the final game of today.
Abukate